"He's a weapon, not a dog," the neighbors whispered. But they never saw the night Titan saved a life. From the moment he arrived, Titan carried a reputation that preceded him. Neighbors would visibly flinch, crossing the street to avoid him. The mailman, a seasoned veteran of the route, simply refused to approach the gate if Titan was outside. Even veterinary staff, accustomed to all breeds, often requested extra support when dealing with his sheer power. He was 135 pounds of solid muscle, a shadow-black Cane Corso whose very presence commanded a wide berth. Everyone had already decided what Titan was, but no one had seen the footage from the night his puppies were born. To truly understand that pivotal night, we rewind 3 years. Marcus Reed, a former Army Ranger who had served 2 tours overseas, lived a quiet, disciplined life. He was a man of few words, residing alone on the edge of Clarkville, Tennessee, with little family or social connection. What he craved was a purpose, a profound connection he couldn't quite articulate. When a breeder called, describing a dominant, intimidating Cane Corso puppy, Marcus knew he had to meet him. Driving 2 hours, he found young Titan, not barking or lunging, but simply watching, as if patiently awaiting his arrival. Marcus crouched, and after a long moment, Titan pressed his massive head against the man's chest. That was all it took. For 3 years, it was just Marcus and Titan, a partnership built on unspoken understanding. Titan absorbed Marcus's routines with military precision, knowing when he would wake before the alarm, sensing Marcus's darkest nights without a single word being uttered. On those difficult evenings, Titan would press his full, comforting weight against Marcus's side, remaining there until morning. This was not trained behavior. It was an innate, profound loyalty. Yet the neighborhood remained wary. Whispers of dangerous followed him, and once animal control was even called. The officer, witnessing Titan's perfect obedience, left without incident. Marcus heard the talk. Titan felt the judgment. Neither ever reacted. Then, 18 months ago, a new presence entered their lives. Delilah, a nurse, whose quiet strength and steady demeanor brought a new calm to Marcus's world. She had heard all the warnings about Titan, but fear was not in her nature. Her first visit to the house was a testament to her unique understanding. Instead of attempting to pet him, Delilah simply sat on the kitchen floor, cross-legged, waiting. Titan circled her twice, then settled directly in front of her, staring. She met his gaze. After 5 long minutes, he gently rested his head in her lap. Marcus watched from the doorway, a silent witness to a profound acceptance. Titan had spoken volumes without a sound. 6 months later, Delilah moved in, and 8 months after that, she introduced another life to their home. Nova, a female Cane Corso. Her coat a beautiful dark blue-gray, her eyes calm and wise. Nova was already pregnant, rescued by Delilah from a high-kill shelter 3 hours away. No one else had wanted her, deeming her too big, too close to her due date, too much of a commitment. Marcus worried about Titan's reaction. He had never shared his space with another dog. They introduced them carefully in the backyard. Titan approached Nova with his characteristic stillness, circled her once, and then sniffed gently near her side, where the tiny lives within her were already pressing. He exhaled slowly, then lay beside her on the grass, remaining there for an hour. A silent decision had been made. 3 weeks ago, the quiet of their home transformed. Nova's labor began at 11:43 p.m. Marcus and Delilah had prepared a whelping area in the living room. Soft blankets, dim lights, a calm atmosphere. Standard protocols suggested keeping the male dog, Titan, in another room, a precaution their vet had emphasized. But Titan had a different plan. The instant Nova's labor contractions started, he positioned himself at the edge of the room. He wasn't aggressive or anxious, simply present, an immovable sentinel. Marcus tried to guide him away once, but Titan met his gaze with such quiet resolve that Marcus simply stepped aside. The first healthy puppy arrived at 12:17 a.m. Titan watched Nova clean it with an almost reverent stillness, a sight that moved Delilah to instinctively reach for Marcus's hand. By 3 a.m., 4 tiny, squirming puppies had safely entered the world. Then, at precisely 3:42 a.m., the 5th puppy was born, utterly still. Nova, exhausted, had nothing left to give. Delilah, a nurse with experienced hands that had seen stillness before, moved immediately. Marcus was already on the phone with the emergency vet. The tiny puppy remained unresponsive, seconds ticking into an agonizing eternity. 10 seconds, 20. Then Titan rose. He crossed the room with deliberate, measured steps, lowering his massive head toward the whelping box. Marcus's hand instinctively shot out, ready to pull him back, but something in Titan's silent intent made him pause. With a profound gentleness that seemed impossible for an animal of his size, Titan nudged the tiny, motionless puppy once, then again. A tiny gasp. An impossible sound that pierced the silence, then a cry. No one in the room spoke. Tears streamed down Delilah's face. Marcus slowly lowered his phone, his eyes locking with Titan's. After a moment, Titan returned to his spot, lay down, exhaled a long, slow breath, and remained there, a silent guardian. The next day, as Marcus and Delilah reviewed the camera footage from that night, they discovered something truly profound. Every hour while they slept in shifts, Titan had made his rounds. He checked each puppy, one by one, with meticulous care. If a tiny body had shifted too far from Nova's warmth, he would pause, watching, making sure, until it was nestled securely again. This was not a behavior they had taught him, nor had they asked him to do it. It was an instinct, a deep, knowing protection that transcended training. The cameras had captured a secret vigil, revealing the true heart of the dog the world had feared. The neighborhood still talks about Titan. Some have slowly started to approach the fence. A few have even asked to meet him. Others remain unconvinced, and that's all right. Marcus no longer dwells on their opinions. Every morning now, he watches 135 pounds of the most feared dog on the street lie completely still on the living room floor, a gentle mountain. 5 tiny, squirming puppies climb over him, stumble across his paws, and fall asleep nestled against his enormous frame. Titan lets them every single time. He lowers his head, closes his eyes, exhales that long, slow breath, and stays. Some dogs don't need to be taught how to protect what is small and fragile. They arrive already knowing. They were never the threat. They were always the guardian. Subscribe to Snug Tales if you believe every dog deserves a second chance.